It's Wednesday, January 17th, 2024 at 6 p.m. I'm calling the Lakeville Board of Health meeting to order. Is anyone recording this meeting? I see no one. LakeCAM is recording this meeting. First on the agenda is 8 Oak Street, continued from January 3rd. Meet with Filing Corp to discuss requested local upgrade approvals. I saw that most of the stuff, I think everything was, that we talked about, the buoyancy calcs.
Just for the record, I would say Bob Palucci is not present.
Oh, yes, Bob Palucci is not present for
There's
tonight's
only
meeting.
2 of us here. Must be
So
unanimous.
so you guys are aware.
So you're aware.
We'll flip a coin.
Unanimous approval.
You need both of us to vote yes or both of us to vote no.
Or you may ask for a continuance if you
You could do that too.
don't.
No problem.
Okay. All right. 8 Oak Street.
Yes, so
Plan came in today.
we got an updated plan, all this stuff we had requested. Which was the H20 on the tanks, right? The buoyancy calcs, the booties. Some
Block
grades
retain-
on the,
Grades and block retaining wall.
oh, that's right, the block retaining wall. I
Yes,
forgot
those
about that.
blocks with the grades changed and decommission the well. I think every single thing we had.
I
agree
was
is
good
on
with
it.
all that. And you clear with everything?
Yep, we're good.
You're good too?
I'm good, yeah, we were good. We just
I'm good to go.
wanted the new plan updated.
Yeah, just on the, when we give the request, though, it's to 5 feet rather than 6.
Yep, yeah, I wrote that down, so I'll make the motion. Not that anybody's here to talk on this one.
Anybody here to speak to this one? I see no one.
And the, abutters were notified on the last one? I think we had the cards on this one, correct?
Yeah, we
Let's
did.
just
It's
continue.
actually, they're still attached.
Okay. I'm good.
I am good.
Make a motion to approve the septic repair at 8 Oak Street, with the 4 local upgrade requests. The first one, property line setback from the septic tank to the property line from 10 feet to 5 feet. Surface water supply setback for the, septic tank, holding tank, pump chamber, and the treatment unit from 100 to 30 feet. Allowing the sieve analysis, number 3, and number 4, separation of inlet and outlet tees to groundwater, variance, and they are rubber booties on the outlets.
I'll second that. Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, next on the agenda is 8 Virginia Drive, a continued discussion from January 3rd. It was the consulting engineers to discuss requested local upgrade approvals. And we were told that they would like to pull their application,
Correct. Withdraw.
so they would withdraw without prejudice. Do we need to vote?
Yes.
Since it was an agenda item, we can vote on it. So that's fine with me.
Anyone here to,
Anyone here to speak to this?
it's been
I see no
continued
one.
for at least 4 meetings now. No?
Okay.
Good. I make a motion to withdraw without prejudice, 8 Virginia Drive, septic repair.
Second that. Any more discussion? All's in favor? Aye. Next on the agenda is 26 Central Ave, meet with Force Engineering to discuss requested local upgrade variances. Step on up, Darren.
Good evening, Darren McHale, Sportshead Engineering, here on behalf of the property owners. Existing house, existing cesspool, less than 100 feet from the surface water supply. So basically the tanks are going where the existing cesspool is. Going to send the force main up the driveway to a raised system with block walls on the downhill side. They're going to decommission the well, connect to the summer water that you can see coming down the existing driveway, so we'll remove that whole driveway and probably repave it after. We're gonna sleeve the entire force main since we'll be within that 10 feet. Raised system, sieve, standards down there, got 3 wells, and I do have the green cards. Bedford also.
Did anyone reply on that?
What's that?
Did anyone reply on that?
No. Sometimes I'll get a call from New Bedford if it's a
I like to ask
complicated
once in a
one.
while, I'm curious, because sometimes they do.
It's usually only if
they
the
don't.
house is getting knocked down or something, they'll ask me questions, but when the house is staying, really nowhere else to go on the property, we're getting as far from the water as possible, proposing a fast system, D-night, because we're undersized, for our flow, and we do have several wells around us, although I would assume most of those will tie into town water at some point. As they begin the upgrade, especially number 24, they'll have no choice. 28 was already upgraded a few years ago, so they'll be able to maintain that well for a while. I just tried to go right in the middle of everybody's wells.
And this is still seasonal?
It's a year-round house, I believe.
And that water's year round in Central?
It is.
So it's one of the updated mains? Okay.
Yep, they have the new water shut off is right there. We found the old water line.
And there was never any record of a well on this
No.
property? Nothing we need to worry about?
No, we hit the old summer line with the test pit, so they were definitely connected to summer water at one point, and someone decided to put a well.
So there is a well there, but we don't have a record of it. But
Right.
like I said, that's being,
No permits pulled or anything,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna eliminate that well.
So that's getting decommissioned as part of this?
Yeah.
it's actually right in the
Existing
field.
well to remove? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so is this water line existing or?
No,
is it
we're gonna
proposed?
put that in.
That's proposed,
Yeah, the
okay.
existing one is kinda goes right underneath the D box almost, towards the
Oh,
house.
I just-
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
not
see the proposed,
connected. Yeah, it's just not connected, so we didn't locate it.
All right.
So you're tying a new water service actually into Clark Shores, there'll
Yeah.
be another customer on it?
Yep, they've already got the shut off right there, so.
Okay. And eliminating the well, decommissioning, because
Yep,
it's.
decommissioning the well. Like I said, I think number 24 will be in the same boat when that comes around. The other well is upgrading from us, and number 28 upgraded their system a few years back, and they're only 50 feet from their own wells.
And sleeving the force main is probably the way to go.
Yeah, it's the easiest, it's.
Yeah, trying to encase that entire water line in concrete would be,
Yeah.
it's in the driveway,
I'm
and get
for
settling.
sleeving it. And Schedule 40 pipe is class 152, which meets Title 5.
Yeah, and it's gonna drain back to the tank, so there's not gonna be full of water, there'll be no
Yeah.
pressure in that pipe, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most of it's covered from what I saw. You got anything extra?
You going, I just see you got H20 tank, so you're going with the internal mount on
Yep.
this one?
Yep.
Which actually fits in an H20 tank.
Yeah, we didn't have a choice with the buoyancy, we need the H20.
Yep.
And right where they are, I would bet you there's gonna be a car sitting on them at some point, so.
Okay.
Cause they're kinda right where the driveway ends, which is kinda why they wanna leave this driveway up top, which is why we're doing a wall and not grading it down, so they have somewhere to park. And I would assume like the other neighbor, they'll eventually just park on top of the system, cause it's stone and pipe, so it's scheduled 40.
Okay.
Ed, did you have anything to add?
No, but just that the well being decommissioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else here to speak to this in the neighborhood?
I have a question, John Collins of Harrison. Is the leach field in front of the house?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's going up by the road.
So how far from the road is it?
It'll be 12 feet off the property line, but it's probably like 18 to 20 feet off of the actual pavement.
So off of the property line, does that not need,
10
Like-
feet's the minimum.
No, it's 10 feet a minimum.
right, so it's gonna be 12
12.
feet, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
So it doesn't need a variance for that?
There's enough here.
Right.
I didn't break my record, I only got the 13.
That's what I'm trying to find the list. I don't
19 is
think-
my record, yeah.
In the, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you said there's a shut off there, is it a curb stop?
No,
Oh,
it's the brand new water stop that they put when they brought the water line down.
But
So
is
it's-
it,
It's in the driveway somewhere,
driveway.
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, we found the old summer connection before they put the well, and they were originally on the summer water, we found that line.
I didn't see anything else.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started reading stuff before I saw the sleeve, that was the first thing I thought. But other
Yep.
than that, yeah. I
Yeah, it's either
obviously
one,
covered
either
it.
we sleeve it and drain it back to the tank, or we
Yeah.
put concrete on the water line the whole way, which,
Isn't worth the effort.
yeah, isn't worth the effort. We're coming downhill, it's just drain it's probably gonna take a minute to drain once the pump shuts off.
Plus you're probably in water parts of it.
Right.
Pipe and stone, I
Yep.
see, we're back.
Yep. I'm preferring the pipe and stone, especially in these situations where this is where it's gonna go forever. We know pipe and stone will last at least 25, 30 years, and with a fast, it should last longer.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see any issues when I looked at everything. Not nowhere else you can put it, furthest you can from the pond and full treatment.
This is, maximal feasible compliance.
Yeah, you'll have about 4 more in the street that haven't upgraded yet, so.
At least they're gonna now start to go all the D nights.
Yep,
So.
Yep.
It's kinda gonna help the
yes.
pond.
Yeah, it should help the
hopefully.
pond, I would think, yes.
Alright, I'm good. Did I read all 13? Or just say ask type?
Read all 13.
Make a motion to approve the septic repair at 26 Central Ave with the 13 local upgrade requests. First one, septic tank to property line 10 to 5. Number 2, pump tank, property line 10 to 5. Number 3, proposed septic tank to the existing foundation from 10 to 5. 4, setback from proposed pump tank to existing foundation from 10 to 5. The 5th one, leaching field to the surface water supply 400 to 160. Number 6, setback from septic tank to the surface water supply 400 to 65 feet. Number 7, reduction of the proposed pump tank to the surface water supply 400 feet to 80 feet. Number 8, allow use of a sieve analysis instead of a perk test. Number 9, allow only 1 dipole to do the site limitations. Number 10, reduction of setback from proposed septic components to water supply line from 10 to 5, and they're gonna sleeve the force main. Number 11, reduction of setback from proposed leaching field to a budding private well, 24 Central, from 100 to 70. Number 12, reduction of setback from proposed leaching field to an abutting private well, number 25 Central, from 100 to 80 feet. And number 13, reduction of setback from proposed leaching field to an abutting private well, number 28 Central, from 100 to 17. So there's 3 butter wells, but it is full treatment.
Real quick, reconfirm the bedrooms.
Yeah, we didn't actually get in the building, so, we peeked in the window
Yeah.
and there were 3.
The front of the house is 3 bedrooms, so it's, it's basically half the house is bedrooms and the whole half the face of the water. There's a little tiny kitchen area.
And the assessors met was.
Yeah, it was
the
3,
same.
yeah.
The assessor says it was 3.
Yeah,
And it just had a cesspool, correct? It was,
Yeah,
there was
just a cesspool.
nothing on file,
no,
so we counted what was existing.
And you said we did get all the cards, right?
yep.
There's no increase in flow.
You're reading, things are popping, I remembered things I thought of. Yeah. Alright,
You good with that?
second. Any more discussion? All's in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, have a good night.
Thanks, Darren. Next, the agenda is 115 Main Street, meet with Outback Engineering to discuss requested local upgrade approvals. You can put it up on the easel if you want to. Up to you.
Yep.
Couldn't read it back there anyway. Jeff Yonkers, Outback Engineering. We're replacing a existing cesspool with a system. Basically, where we have the system is using the 2 wells out front, but where we can get it, and therefore we're asking for 2 upgrades to reduce from the crawl space, not from the existing foundation, from a crawl space from 20 feet to 10 feet. And we kept 100 feet from the adjacent wells, everybody else's well. Our existing well, we're gonna be 60.3 feet.
So the first thing, obviously, is why not go way out back?
Because,
But I think is there a butter well back there? that
yes,
can cause a
if you-
problem?
I brought the assessors there's the butters wells back there too. There may be a small window someplace out there, but it would be, and then we'd have to put a pump system in, and we'd have to knock all the trees down.
Yeah, but you got
It was-
Shockley Drive,
If it was more bedrooms,
it's a two-bedroom.
I'd be more apt to maybe talk more about that if it was more bedrooms, but where it's only two,
It's only 2 bedrooms.
I mean, it'd
You
be,
said you could get further, but I don't think you can get 100 for a
I
house.
can't, we
Where
couldn't get
ours-
100 from our well, no matter which way we go.
Right.
I think you can squeeze it, but like I said, you definitely need a
It's gonna
pump,
be
and you're
tight.
definitely gonna have to take down trees as
Or
well.
you'd have to take down everything out there to get it
It's
in
all
there.
wooded up in that back corner.
On the back corner is all wooded.
yeah, and I think there's a sliver between our well radius and the well from the one mile back, is like
Because, I
a,
mean,
Yeah.
your field is so small as is, you probably could squeeze it in there.
But it is, you know,
It's just the location of getting it out there.
getting it out there, then you're gonna add, you're almost gonna double the site, the price of the system. We kept everybody at the abutters wells, we definitely made sure we got that, so.
is it deep well, it's been tested?
I don't know that one, Ed.
Yeah, we don't have any results on it.
We don't have, there's no information on it.
But it is a deep well, it's a steel casing, right? Oh, we don't even know that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe
it'd
it's,
not
have
a
to be,
steel.
well, it's a steel
It's a
casing.
steel casing.
Usually
I drove by.
if it's a, you know, shallow well,
Be a
hand
plastic
driven, then
plank.
you wouldn't see it.
I feel like most of the stuff.
yeah, it
up
was
that
done
way
in
is-
75, so it was,
It's a deep well.
It's a deep well.
Okay. You said with a point, I'd be maybe less.
125, 125 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, to try to get out back, you'd be pumping almost 200 feet. Cause you gotta go 100 from the well and you're almost
You're-
80 to where the pump tank would be.
It'd be pretty damn close, and then if that window would be,
I still think you'd be, like you said, it's narrow, but I don't know if the well, with a lot behind you, puts you right.
then you got one across the street that's pushing this way. Their
Yeah,
well
you
is right
definitely
here.
have to be up in this very back corner,
It'd be probably
way up in that corner, is the only spot.
the only spot.
And again, I still don't think you could probably get 100 without actually doing it. But-
The only well we're impacting is our own.
And you're gonna have to test that anyway, as
Yeah.
far as, so if you gotta put a treatment, if it's high in nitrates already, you just have to put your own treatment on and with deed
Yeah.
restricted, make a note on the deed if it was. I think we've been doing, but.
Yeah, we'll wait till the results come in, and then,
Yeah.
and then if it is that, we'll put it on the deed.
And obviously this would be, no increase in flow,
No,
because you're getting the variance to the well.
Right.
And is that the only reason? I mean, there's what, 50, a little over an acre here, so they could add more bedrooms. If they weren't going for this variance,
Correct. But,
but they wanna just go with the variance and no increase in flow.
yeah, the way it is now, we would have to stay a 2-bedroom because of the variance, but like I said, at 1.1 acres, you could get a 4-bedroom in there.
Right, that's what I mean,
Um,
so it's kind
You
of,
know,
it's a
if
beautiful,
the well was,
if it sometime,
they wanna do it,
they can.
but for
they
now,
Put a new well in, and then they could do whatever they wanted to.
yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, they could try to jam it way up in that back corner and, like you said, without remeasuring everything and drawing a new plan,
Yeah.
even if it would fit, I don't know if it would or not, but. Cause it was up there, you could put a bigger field and go with more bedrooms, correct? Am I-
Right.
yeah, I mean, you can definitely fit the 2-bedroom field up there, whether you can do a 4-bedroom field.
4-bedroom, you'd be,
Be tight, you'd have to move them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
then you would probably have to, yeah, you'd have to move the well out front and,
Where the other wells are, and
yeah,
then you'd have the room.
give yourself further. That's it. It'd be,
You're spending money either way.
yeah, you're going to a 2 to a 4-bedroom house, you're gonna spend 20.
Now you might as well move the well. You know, because they can keep the trees.
Yeah,
Don't have to pay for the pump. You can be spending money either way, right?
no matter how you do it, you're gonna spend money.
Yeah, you said it's not ideal, you're literally moving it 40 feet closer to the well. I don't, like you said, it's a deep well, 2-bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it's deep well, it's only 2 bedrooms, like, it's a small system. It was nice to see the flow diffusers, I haven't seen those.
It's because of the
Wow.
driveway, I think, right? They want to
Yeah.
drive over them.
Yep.
You can't get the reduction with the chambers.
Nope,
It's my favorite as-bills to do, nice and easy.
you like that?
Back in the day, when everyone was
Yeah.
doing them, everything went to plastic.
Yeah, I don't really see if they don't want to increase the flow or move the
Yeah.
well or anything. And
Did you have anything more Ed, to add, Ed?
No,
Oh, and I mean, it's a deep well, and I feel like I'm all right. Anyone else want to speak to this, or?
And they actually held the water table off the higher perk elevations where they did the perk, so I think it's a little further than the water table on what he's showing. And if the models are consistent with the ground contour, you probably,
I think too, the flow is kind of going towards Shockley rather than towards the well.
it's going,
Yeah, it's actually going to the reservoir out the golf course.
Yeah, it goes with the golf
So it's
course.
going away.
So it's not going directly at the well, you know.
It's going,
okay.
if anything, it's going southeast.
Yeah, and I feel more than likely when this sells, they'll probably abandon it.
Yeah.
Move the well and put a new
Yeah,
system
that's,
in.
I knew that, I think they were selling, right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah,
So I-
that's,
Oh, they are selling?
Yeah, that's why I was questioning why they wouldn't wanna try to
Huh.
3-bedroom and kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but they know there's a deed restriction.
Maybe the buyer may come back
Be
to
deeded
us.
on.
buyer.
This could all
buyer would have-
change.
The buyer would have the option.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is still option, like I said.
There's all kinds of options,
If they want them, it's just,
yeah,
this system won't be
no.
because of the deed restriction. I'm fine if.
I'm good.
You good? Make a motion to approve 115 Main Street septic repair with the 2 local upgrade requests. The first one from reduction between proposed leaching field and existing crawl space from 20 feet to 10 feet. And the second one, allow reduction of required setback from proposed leaching system to the applicant's existing private well from 100 to 60 feet. And we will need a water test on that well prior to issuance of certificate of compliance.
and the deed restriction.
And it'll be deed restricted to a 2-bedroom, because of the variance to the well.
I'll second that. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, next on the agenda is to discuss the recommendation of Sophia DaCosta as an Assistant Board of Health Agent for the period of February 1st, 2024 through January 31st of 2025. Ed?
Yeah, so, one of our, food inspectors, is retiring. And Sophia DaCosta is also a food inspector. She works out in Bedford. She's just doing a couple extra stuff. She specializes more in the sushis and things like that, which is what we need, here in Lakeville, so,
So was it Gail that was
yeah,
retired?
Gail is retiring.
And so she worked with,
Yeah, they actually
Barney.
work together, and
Okay.
Gail recommended her, yeah. Yeah, so she's already got all her accreditation and everything, she works for another town, and, you know, it's just replacing her.
And we only have one assistant food inspector? That we have?
Yeah, I mean, I do some, but like some of the sushis and things like that, or, you really need someone a little more experienced to do those stuff, you know.
Okay.
and then the collective eventually might help with that, but they're mainly,
Yeah, they have been, they do some of
Okay.
the ones as well. Gail did a lot, just because she chose to, she liked the work, so, we won't be using the new, assistant, health, inspector as much, but we will need her on certain occasions.
And our food inspection intervals, is it yearly?
Twice a year.
Twice a year, just so anybody watching.
I'm good with it.
You good? I make a motion to recommend to the select board to appoint Sophia DeCosta as our Assistant Board of Health Agent for the period February 1st, 2024 through January 31st, 2025.
I'll second that. Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Next on the agenda is to discuss recent Board of Health agent pending items. Ed?
So we had a question, from a local business owner. So the food code changed recently. It used to be no dogs were allowed anywhere on a restaurant premise. Food code started to allow them on patios, outdoor patios. And as of right now, the Lakeville Board of Health doesn't really have a policy on that, and I just wanted to know your feelings. The food code does allow it now, whereas before they didn't, but a lot of towns are still saying, no, we don't want dogs anywhere near restaurants. Just wanted your opinions.
And if we, so
You don't
now-
have to decide tonight or vote tonight.
No, but something we'd have to put on the agenda and discuss and vote on as a board to,
Only if you
to
want
make
to
a local reg, to not
something
do
more
it.
stringent, right? Because it's
Yeah,
state
yeah,
code is already.
if you don't wanna do anything, you don't have to do anything, cause the food code allows it, so we would allow it. But if you wanna be more stringent, saying, okay, no, we don't want this, then this would be the time to like, take action.
It's becoming more and more popular. I mean, there's places now where like there's a place in is it Chelsea or off this North Shore? It's a bar, like it's a dog park bar. You can go and have beer, and dogs can go play with all the dogs.
Yeah.
It just opened like a few months ago.
Is it just dogs, or is it all animals that the food is for?
I think it's mainly dogs,
The biggest thing is liability, and that's on the owner. Like to make sure they have coverage in case something happens.
yeah. In a lot of the places, they, the patio, atmosphere, they're using paper plates and things anyways, so that all gets thrown away. The risk there is like, there's somebody that says, oh, hey, go ahead and lick off my plate, takes an actual plate that goes back to the kitchen. That's what you don't want. So you could put some provisions in there to make sure that, okay, if it's a patio, you're doing,
You can't feed the dogs.
right,
It's
or
not
you're doing paper plates, which is not going back to the kitchen. And usually that's the case when you get out on a patio, that you're doing, paper plates and things like that.
And it's just outside, not allowed inside.
Correct, it's still not allowed inside.
This
The only
is-
thing allowed inside would be actually like a service dog.
Hopefully, more people that love
You
their
wanna-
dogs that much, they're bringing them out, aren't feeding them off of plates anyway. I mean, I don't feed my dog human food because
There are people that do it though, unfortunately.
I heard times there was a dog on the truck with me and pull through dunks and like, oh, the dog want a donut? I'm like, no, the dog does not have a donut. Like,
This one maybe, seeing Bob's not here, maybe actually listed on the agenda for discussion.
Okay.
So anybody knowing, would
Yeah,
put
I
in.
agree too.
I don't like making more rules. I'm not a big.
Yeah, like I said,
I
it came
don't
up
agree with bringing
and,
your dogs there, but I don't have a dog, so I guess that's probably why I don't agree. But again,
most people are bringing dogs they bring them places like that. It's people who bring their dogs that they bring everywhere.
Right.
They're pretty good with people. They're not
Yeah.
bringing,
like I said, maybe.
highly aggressive dogs out to places like that.
Always get that one person that's afraid no matter
Right.
what.
yeah.
Well, maybe
True.
it's something like Ed said, you could add some things, like
Yeah,
you
you
have
could
to
have
post it.
a pet section of the patio.
Correct.
and a non-pet
Has to be
section.
posted that dogs are allowed.
Yeah.
If the
Get rid of
restaurant
smoking
is gonna
sections.
allow
Now
it,
bring pet sections in.
just so other,
Yeah.
customers know that you might have a dog pull it next to you. And, I don't know.
Right.
It's
But
worth
yeah, I
discussion.
wouldn't want to make any decision without Bob either.
Yeah, not open it up to the public and
Right.
people can choose what restaurants they wanna go to, so if they wanna go to one with a dog, I guess. I don't. Alright,
Okay,
Make-
just to bring it up.
so I will just add that, I don't think we need to make a motion, just add it to the next agenda of
Okay.
discussion on.
Was that it?
That was it.
It's a quiet couple weeks.
I have nothing.
You have nothing? I
No.
have nothing.
I have nothing. I did 2 inspections at, which I posted in the book when you were out, so,
Was it 22nd Ave
yes.
and then,
Hollis,
yeah,
yeah, the final Hollis.
Okay.
I don't believe we got the grades in yet from Collins.
okay.
And the other one was just that tight tank that went in.
Is
there's
the
not
house
even-
up or anything yet?
Nothing,
No.
vacant, the house actually torn down, there's nothing there, no shed. So just the tank went in, I have pictures I'll send you. That was it.
I am good.
Anything else? Nothing, in the audience? Make a motion to adjourn?
Second, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.